So, Hamster and Gretel, the newest series in the Phineas and Ferb shared universe, has been flying along, with new episodes releasing steadily since its debut back in August of 2022. The season is over halfway done at this point. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, or you're just tuning in because you're curious about how Doofenshmirtz factors into the show, welcome, because we have a lot more to talk about than just Doof's latest appearance. From more cameos to Easter eggs to even the Phineas and Ferb reboot, welcome to the second dimension. Before we can get to talking about Doofenshmirtz, we have to address the elephant, or mammoth, in the room. Doof actually wasn't the first Phineas and Ferb character to appear in Hamster and Gretel. That special honor goes to the farmer and his wife, who showed up in Grounded, the first episode after the mid-season finale.
To be fair, all these alien sightings have turned out to be false alarms. The weather balloons, the drones.
That oversized pie tin that flew away in the wind.
I'm not letting you get away again, you flat piece of trash!
Notably, their appearance comes with a recoloring of their designs, which is so funny since they were already recolored for their cameo in Candace Against the Universe just 2 years ago. I guess the farmer continues to get older, and his wife continues to change up her hair. But if you just thought this was a one-time reference, think again, because just 2 episodes later they had their second appearance in A Mammoth Problem, with a joke that feels straight out of Phineas and Ferb.
I can't believe you built a mammoth theme park without anything that looks like a mammoth!
I'm waiting for an apology.
I also love that here, it's clear that the farmer has grown his theme park business from Candace Against the Universe, from small-time Dragonland to the crazy mammoth theme park. I think these are really fun characters to include in Hamster and Gretel too, since they would still be starting their businesses across the tri-state area after the end of the summer. It makes sense, summer ending doesn't change things for them. And what also makes a lot of sense is an ad read in the middle of a YouTube video. Today's trip to the second dimension is sponsored by HelloFresh. I've talked about this before, Dimension Hoppers, but I struggle with eating out quite a bit. But one thing that really helps me is being able to cook at home, and nobody makes that easier than HelloFresh. HelloFresh is a meal kit subscription service that brings delicious ingredients and ready-to-make recipes right to your doorstep. You pick out your meal choices each week through their website, and they have options for all diets, including veggie, pescatarian, kid-friendly, and more. I can honestly say that I've used meal kits for over a year and went from being afraid to turn on the stove to coming up with original recipe ideas based on the skills and concepts I learned making these meals. Plus, if there's ever a week we don't have time to make meals at home or out of town, we can just skip it, no questions asked. With a full-time job and YouTube, I don't have much time to think about grocery shopping and planning meals, and HelloFresh is the perfect solution to help me stay healthy and keep my cooking skills sharp. Use my link in the description or go to HelloFresh.com and use code POGHF93439 for a special limited time discount plus free shipping, and try HelloFresh today. But now, let's get to the big moment, the universe-breaking cameo that's been hinted at since the show's first poster.
Okay, I'm done. What about the flamethrower? The only flames I want are broiled on a chicken sandwich.
Ooh, I'll take a turn.
I should have finished high school.
And there it is. So I think this style of cameo is perfect for Hamster and Gretel and exactly the type of joke that this shared universe is good for. And while Milo Murphy's Law had many of these smaller type references, a character this big being relegated to a punchline of a joke is actually perfect. This actually stands in perfect contrast to how Doofenshmirtz was introduced in Milo Murphy's Law as a crucial character in the big Season 1 finale cliffhanger moment. Now, I love that scene so much I gave it its own one perfect animated scene episode, but honestly this scene, while not perfect in the same way, is perfect for what Hamster and Gretel needs. Setting the stage for characters from other shows to just pop in when it's funny is exactly what's fun about a shared universe. I want to be able to spot my favorite characters in the background just because they exist in the same world. And specifically in this moment, the Doof punchline works whether or not you've seen the episodes needed to understand Doof and Balloony's relationship. It's already building on 2 jokes, the old lady using the flamethrower and the cowering attendant regretting his life choices. Balloony popping is simply the icing on the cake of an already funny joke. Also, it's a small detail, but Doof is dressed for the Strawberry Festival with his hat, so he even further fits in. Plus, he's not the focus of the shot he appears in. Again, if you didn't know who Doof was, this scene still works. Basically, I just think this cameo was very tastefully executed. It's a refreshing direction to go after Milo Murphy's Law made the shared universe such a big deal.
Cause he's living in their garage, and also he's a genius.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
I'll just show myself out.
Oh no! What have
two done?
She did it? I'll show myself out.
And for my fellow Milo Murphy's Law fans, did you catch the Dr. Zone poster at the movie theater in an art house divided? I was so excited when I saw it. I think this is a great sign that we could get blink and you'll miss it Milo cameos down the line, with my pick being Cavendish and Dakota. They would be so easy to sneak into an episode. One-shot appearances for them were literally staples of Milo Murphy's Law Season 1. But with this Dr. Zone poster, it does make me wonder if this implies that Hamster and Gretel takes place alongside the Milo Murphy's Law timeline, since the Dr. Zone files premiered in theaters pretty early towards the start of Milo Murphy's Law's run. Or, more likely, it was just a fun Easter egg, but you know me, I'll never stop speculating about the timeline of this universe. And these do both take place during the school year. Now, before I go all out on the praise, there is one noticeable negative with this whole shared universe at the moment, and that's reused designs for background extras. For the most part, the background character designs for Hamster and Gretel have been perfectly fine. But every now and then, the crew decides to take a Milo Murphy's Law character, give them a fresh coat of digital ink, and call it a day. And this absolutely baffles me. First, it was with Melissa's dad, Chief Richard Chase, in the episode Okie Dokie. He was recolored and recast from Adrian Pazdar to Dan Povenmire. And when I asked Dan about it on TikTok, he said, quote, "It's Richard's cousin, he works in the next city over." Which, like, I get it, that's fun, it's fine. But then, oh boy, get ready. The team recolored Bridgette Murphy, the mother of Milo Murphy. I first noticed her in the background of Cutie and the Beast, but it was fully confirmed in For Who the Bell Trolls. And unlike Belle, I did no editing to this image. But like, there's no good way to read this. For a fan of Milo Murphy's Law, this is an incredible disservice to Bridgette Murphy, who's a layered character in many, many episodes of the show. So as a fan, I think, well, why not just use her character design from Milo Murphy's Law? If we're doing blink and you'll miss it cameos, what's the point in recoloring her design? And while I'm not a person of color and do not claim to speak for them, I can't imagine that it feels good to know that part of Hamster and Gretel's diverse background cast is recolored white people from Milo Murphy's Law. Now, what probably happened, is that an underpaid background character designer was running behind on designs and pulled some from the Milo Murphy's Law archive, having not seen that show, and just recolored them to meet the Friday deadline. Although this story doesn't exactly shield the criticisms of bland character designs Milo Murphy's Law has garnered over the years.
In Milo Murphy's Law, all of the main characters look like they'd be generic extras in Phineas and Ferb.
Although these character designs may have contributed to that, look how boring they all are.
But come on, team. Surely somebody would have caught this, right? The team remembers Milo enough to put in references to the show, but not enough for weird stuff like this? If this could have just been Richard Chase, and this could have just been Bridgette Murphy, and this is a shared universe, then they should have just been Richard Chase and Bridgette Murphy. That's all. Okay, two last things. One, I think my alien theory is holding strong. With this scene in particular creating the Sloppy Joe monster, they clearly just love making chaos and having fun, which is perfect if they were doing a TV show. And once again, they were near Hamster and Gretel to watch. I think my theory will age well, but only time will tell. Also, Swampy is officially confirmed to be coming back for the 2 new seasons of Phineas and Ferb. If you didn't know about the revival, be sure to check out my video on the announcement, but it is a massive relief to know that Swampy will be back helping write songs and bring the series to life. I think with Swampy confirmed, the series is even better set up for success, and I'm excited to hear more news about plot details and setting as pre-production continues. So what do you think of all of this, Dimension Hoppers? Did you enjoy Doof's cameo as much as I did, or do you wish it had been different? Are you just enjoying Hamster and Gretel as its own thing? And of course, if you haven't seen it yet, check out my theory about what I think the aliens are really up to in the series. Thank you to my loyal patrons as always. I love you all so much. And to the rest of you, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back in Dimension 1.